Hello, you incredible friends. Welcome to our next Zoom networking event, and it's an honor having you all here tonight. We've got 1 hour of non-stop action here, and you know what? I just want to say a big thank you from myself and, of course, the wonderful Lassie's here. Now, Lassie is feeding wonderful children, little piggies right now, so Lassie will be in and out. Big wave to Lassie, big wave. Lots of love to Lassie. She's feeding the 2 little piggies right now, and I've barricaded the door so they won't come in. So I want to give a few honourable shout-outs. Tara Lee Harrison won't be with us tonight. She's busy on another webinar, so make sure you connect with Tara Lee. And Phoebe may or may not be kicking in, and welcome to everyone. I want to give a few other shouts. I want to give a big shout-out to Nestle for providing us Kit Kats for tonight. And, of course, a big shout-out to Cadbury for providing us beautiful... you're all welcome to have some. So if you want a slice, just let me know. Seriously, if I could give it to you, I would, but you're all welcome. So tonight we've got a great night planned. We've got a great crowd of people. We've already got 25 of you winners from across the world. So what we're going to do is we're going to have opportunities for you to network, connect with each other on LinkedIn. Now, there's a few ground rules. Please stick to timing. Don't talk about each other, and no trash talking or stuff like that. So I just want to say a big welcome. So what I'm going to do in a moment is I'm going to unmute everyone. And when you speak, please unmute yourself, then mute yourself again. So I just want to, what I'm going to do in a moment is I'm going to unmute ourselves just so we can all give a round of applause to start the evening. So unmute, everyone, officially open. And absolute welcome and an honor to be with us. Now, just to kick out off our evening, I just want to go through our commanders tonight. We've got incredible Lassie, my wonderful wife and boss. Can we give a big wave to Lassie? Now, what I want you to do is, if you're not already, please make sure you send a friend request on LinkedIn to Lassie now, because what Lassie does is, Lassie will put out posts bringing everyone together. So make sure you connect with each other, and especially Lassie. One of our other commanders tonight is the awesome Carlo Guzzi, who just signed in. Give a big wave to Carlo. We'll give Carlo a big shout-out later. So a big wave to Carlo. Carlo is a top copywriter and developer. We've also got the awesome Zoeanna Bell. How you doing this evening? Wave to Zoeanna. She's going to be speaking some words. And I wasn't aware she was coming, but we had a real powerhouse lady by the name of Lynn Padetti sneak in. Will we wave to Lynn Padetti? She's going to be up later. We've also got Michael Zahan. He's the other hot bald guy here. Big wave to Michael Zahan. Both him and I are looking like Bruce Willis. You know, he looks more like Bruce Willis. I look more like Danny DeVito, but we're all good. And, of course, as well, who are the other officers here tonight? Who else have we got? There are officers so far, so I just want to say, we're up for a good evening. So just to kick off the evening, what I want to do is I want to get 3 awesome people to do an elevator pitch. Now, what you can do is you can put up your hands or hit the hand up icon or put up your hands, hold up so I can see you. Elevator pitches go for 35 to 45 seconds. So we've got James first, and we've got Mark Jarrett second, and we'll pick a third as we go to it. So please open up the floor. James Broadbent, you're the first elevator pitch of the evening.
Hi, I'm James. I'm a leadership development expert, and I work with people, particularly at the moment, to help them set goals so they can find a way forward and develop a brighter future for themselves. And particularly now, where people might not want to go back to the job that they were doing before the lockdown. So I'm really helping people focus on perhaps taking a different path in life as they go forward. And so I work with individuals and I work with companies and teams and so on. And it's really interesting to get people to open up and actually really think in a very positive way about what it is they want to do this week, this year, next year, in 10 years' time. So that's me. That's what I do. There you go. Is that short enough this week? Yes.
Everyone connect with James. Mark Jarrett, 30, 45 seconds. Make it short and tight and go for it, man.
Hi everyone, Mark Jarrett from Horsham, West Sussex in the UK. I am a disruptive, game-changing power connector. I love connecting people, and I run many WhatsApp groups. That's my primary tool. Each WhatsApp group has got its own theme. So that would be, for example, mergers and acquisitions or investment opportunities, or powerful women. That's a popular one. And also the legendary VIP, the Virtual International Pub. The one thing I miss from corporate life is banter. So that's a kind of virtual water cooler that's always open, and you can just dive in and out when you're of a bantery disposition. I recently relaunched myself.
Mark, that's 45 seconds. Mark, Mark. Thank you, Mark.
Okay.
Yeah, please stick to time just so we can keep it moving. Connect with Mark. Now, one of our other officers, two of our officers snuck in. Commander Celeste and Commander Adrian, welcome you two. I'll give you a minute to check in and we'll come right back to you. I actually want to, one more 30-second. Who wants to do a 30, 45-second pitch? Hold up your hand. So, we got Ty. Ty put up his hand. Ty Bate, 30, 45 seconds. I don't know where you are. It's beautiful. Floor is yours, Ty.
Hey, mate. How are you? Hey, guys. So I'm in the UK as well, actually, in Sheffield. So I run a media solutions agency it's based in Australia. Stuck here in the UK at the moment, but we do video and photo content for businesses and brands. And that's basically as simple as it is, isn't it? So last year we did 800 videos. And this year we're looking at doubling it if we can, given the circumstances. And that's me.
Oh, Ty, big round of applause for Ty. Now, I want to bounce over to one of our officers, the very handsome Italian stallion, the man who loves Italian mobster films, Carlo Guzzi. Now, Carlo's a top copywriter. I want to get a few tips from Carlo. Hey, Carlo, how you doing this evening?
Yeah, I'm great. It's nice warm weather here in Perth. So, pretty pumped for tonight's session.
Now, Carlo, you're the opening move tonight. We've had a lot of people ask us lately, how do you write good headlines that work on LinkedIn, that work on Facebook, that work on paper? Carlo, can you give us some of your top copywriting tips on how to write a persuasive headline?
Yeah, no, I really enjoy this question, so love to answer it. Basically, you've just got to use the power of visualization. So visualize what your clients want and obviously what they need, and in an emotional way. So that's really the essence of it. Research does help, and the juicy gossip magazines, they got some of the best copywriters, so learn from them. Women's Day, Women's Weekly, Who, National Enquirer, you name it.
Jerry Springer, perhaps, Donahue. Anyone know what I'm talking about here?
Trash.
Who likes Jerry Springer? Put up your hand if you love Jerry Springer. I love Jerry Springer. Yeah, be honest. Don't you lie to me. No, that's really good. And just so you know as well, Carlo is an amazing copywriter and a great guy. Carlo has got a PDF download with the top power words. Can you tell us about the PDF download, Carlo?
Yeah, these are the most persuasive words in the English language. So there's 120 in total, and they are very useful. And I already had great feedback from some of our members, like, I'm not sure if she's on the show tonight, but Isabel said she's already implemented a couple of those words.
It's a pleasure. But big thank you to Carlo. Round of applause to Carlo. We appreciate you. Now, I was just going to say, I'm checking out Adrian and Celeste. What we're going to do is you two get ready. We're going to bounce to you two awesome people in a minute. What I actually want to do is I want to bounce to the incredible Zoe Annabelle. She's in the zone. She's ready. And Zoe Annabelle, you're working on some cool stuff these days. What tips can you give us all in the audience to have better relationships with ourselves and other people? Floor is yours.
So firstly, before you even start connecting with others, connect with yourself. And that may mean getting out in nature, going for a walk, moving your body, but really getting clear on your intention with you, what you want to go out and impact in the world. As then it's easy. You don't really have to, when you connect with others, they're wanting to connect with you rather than chasing people. And I think that's the most important thing we can remember that we're being blessed with right now, is bring it back to self, and then people want to connect with you.
Gotcha. So you're saying, Zoe Anna, connect with ourselves better, and that helps us form relationships with other people, be it business or personal.
Yes, because we become then, when you feel good inside, then you're like a magnet. People want to be around you. If you're feeling scattered and uneasy and not grounded, then you're not a safe base that people actually want to connect with. So you want to create the environment within yourself, and then you'll find it's easy. Well, plus then it's easier to relate with others, because then you're not feeling like you're It just feels easier and it feels more fun.
Oh, beautiful. Well said. Everyone connect with Zoe Annabelle. Can we give Zoe Ann a round of applause? I actually want to bounce over to my friend Adrian Lee and then Celeste. So get ready, you two. Now, Adrian is a top fitness guy who looks like Ryan Reynolds. And Adrian, I want to ask you two questions before you give us health tips. Can you give us some business networking tips and then some health tips? The floor is yours, Adrian.
Business tips. All right.
Business networking tips.
Okay. All right, Ed, you've got me on the spot now, dude.
Yes.
Okay. So, all right. When it comes to business or networking, there's a few things that you could be doing. You could be networking with everyone, which is great. But also, one thing that I've found out this week, and it's probably a great example, Ed, is I actually did for the past 7 days. I did like a what would you call it? Like a little, not a test, kind of a test. I just wanted to prove something to myself. So this week, I am like literally got some massive projects going on for the business. And I decided, you know what? Everyone's all about networking. So what I did was I actually said, you know what? I'm going to allow myself to connect with people and have, the Zoom meetings and all the great stuff and all that. And it was great. It was amazing. But what happened was I actually got nothing done with my week. So I got nothing priority that was focused, and I wasn't moving the needle on non-important urgent work, such as currently building an extra part of my membership site, doing extra programs, another big program that's going to make a huge impact for my clients. And that actually put me back a week. So if I did that every week, and I didn't prioritize my clients and projects that were important, I actually probably wouldn't be getting anywhere like I am now. So I think the best thing you can do is right now, if you're building a business starting from scratch, or you're well set up, protect your time. That's the one thing. Time, that right there, like that single statement, protect your time and your energy, because people can suck it up and you have nothing left for yourself, your health, your family, or the things that are important.
Very true.
So well said. Can we give Adrian a round of applause?
Yeah.
Now we've got the ultimate ethereal, the elite troll hunter, commander, LinkedIn influencer, Celeste. How you doing tonight, Celeste?
I don't know what that question was. I'm good. I just had a power nap and I've got a cup of tea. So I literally set my alarm for 10 minutes before this because I am burning the candle at both ends. So yeah, all good.
Oh, it's a pleasure having you with us, Celeste. So in other words, you might think we're actually dreaming right now. This could be a Zoom dream that you're having right now.
No, this is real life and I absolutely love it. I love this space. Zoom's the best.
Now, I was going to say, Celeste, you have done an incredible job of helping people on LinkedIn and tearing up LinkedIn. Celeste, can you give us all some great LinkedIn tips to enhance our LinkedIn and our networking experience?
Firstly, I want to make people aware, if they haven't noticed it already, the algorithm on LinkedIn has changed. So if you feel like at the moment your posts and your content aren't getting as much engagement at the moment, there's been a little bit of a shift in regards to targeting people who actually view your content. So be kinder to yourself if you've seen there's been a change or a downturn in your engagement, because that's what's happened. There's been a shift. So be patient with yourself, be patient with your audience, and just keep going with what you're doing. If you feel like you need a bit more help, obviously I'm here. Like I love having random chats about LinkedIn. I think it's all good. But the first thing to do is just turn up. So put something out there and see how it goes. If you're not trying, you're not going to get anywhere.
Oh, absolutely. And Celeste is amazing. Make sure you connect with Celeste. She runs a great... and what you've started your new webinar series. What night is that on, Celeste? Your webinar?
Wednesday nights.
Wednesday night?
It's a bit of a winning Wednesday. bit of alliteration right there for you. But yeah, last night there's 5 women all together. So we had strong feminine power showing up last night, and we went in depth with a lot of things, a lot of personal but really useful information about how to be resilient, how to work on self-care, and also touching on what everyone is working on. And I just love being able to talk to people and what they are, and explain about what they do and give them a platform.
Celeste, very well said. Everyone, could give Celeste a round of applause. Amazing woman. Thank you, Celeste. No, Celeste is absolutely amazing, so make sure you work with her. Now, what we want to do is we want to open the floor for some elevator pitches. Now, elevator pitches go for 30 to 45 seconds. And look, if you're not a person that talks a lot and you're a bit quiet, it's a safe audience. The worst thing that can happen is you're going to embarrass yourself, but you won't, because no one can make a bigger fool out of themselves than me. I'm the biggest loser here. There is no one on this call that is a bigger loser than me or has screwed up their life as much as I have. So in other words, you're better than me. Don't you worry about it. Speak up. It's great to have you with us. Now, I want 3 people to volunteer to do an elevator pitch, or I'll volunteer you. So put up your hand, or we've got Zoe Anna's one. Can we have number 2? We've got Zoe Anna. Anyone else? Deb Bowie, and we've got Rachel. I'll get you later. I got you, Annette. So we'll go Zoe Anna, then Deb. Zoe Anna, floor is yours. Please go for it.
Hey, beautiful souls. So I'm a relationship and intimacy coach. So I teach people how to rewire their mind, how to release trauma in their body, so we can go from feeling numb to feeling alive, to remembering what true sensuality is. I work with men and women and couples. And yes, we need to all remember what we came here to be, as sensual beings. So I'm a little bit like the Jedi coach. If you think in that way, it's sort of like tapping into that energy. That sort of sums it up.
Oh, beautiful. Big round of applause to Zoe Anna. We absolutely love it. So now we'll go on to Deb Bowie. How you doing tonight, Deb? 30, 45-second pitches, all yours. Oh, Deb, please unmute yourself and go for it.
Hi, I'm Deb Bowie from Perth, Western Australia, from Miss Wordsworth. I'm a copywriter. If you want to get found, trusted, and sell repeatedly, let's work together to polish and shine your marketing. Sorry. But
and you're pretty cool, and you're smart, funny, and brilliant, and you're great with words. Can I add that to it, Deb?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, forgive me. I'm struggling with the virus at the moment.
You don't have the C virus, do you?
No. Something far, far worse.
Well, Deb, my advice to you is keep staying awesome and get yourself a pack of Kit Kats. This is Nestle will look after you. Don't you worry about a thing.
Chocolate always makes it better, mate.
Well, look, Deb, it looks like Deb needs an injection of love. I'm going to unmute the call for a minute. Can we all give Deb some loving round of applause to resurrect her? Love you, Deb. Resurrected. So we need to resurrect Deb, but we'll get you there by the end of the call. And the next we had was, it was Rachel, and we'll squeeze in Annette Parker. So Rachel Shiverton, the floor is yours, and Annette Parker.
Thanks, Ed. I absolutely love being here. I'm Rachel, otherwise known as Focus Guru. I'm based in the UK, and I help overworked and overwhelmed business owners take control. I do this by reviewing their processes, systems, and procedures to get to the root of all evil. Adrian, one of my clients, said, Rachel, with her no-nonsense, butt-kicking approach, held not just myself, but my team of 6 accountable and saved me over £2,000 a month. So if you'd like to find out how I can give you back time, make you more profitable, then click on the 15-minute free link in the chat.
Oh, beautiful. And just before you go, Rachel's also the leader for 4 Networking Australia, aren't you, Rachel?
Yeah, I am, and that's going really well. I was absolutely amazed when I looked on Tuesday, and that was only our 3rd meeting. It feels like it's been going on so much longer.
Yeah. Now, if you can, Rachel, if you can leave some details in the chat for everyone about 4 Networking, that'll be awesome. Everyone, round of applause to Rachel. It's very good. And we've got to squeeze in Annette Parker. I know I said 3 people, but I'm highly corrupt, and I'm going to use my corruption to benefit Annette Parker. All yours, Annette.
Hi everybody, Annette Parker. I'm affiliated with a global personal development company. So what I do is I help people leave the 9-to-5 grind and find a life that suits them and their family and build a business of their own so that they too can live a life of leisure and pleasure. Thanks. That's about it.
Well said, thank you. Melissa, Melissa's one of my amazing friends who's got an incredible story. Are you... I was going to say, Melissa, I want to pick you out. Can you tell us in under a minute your amazing journey of self-discovery and the great social enterprise you're doing? You're all good to go, Melissa? Yeah, okay, under a minute. Tell us everything, Melissa. We love your work.
Yep. Hey, guys. Yeah, I'm 54. I turn 55 next week. I'm transgender. I've known since I was 4 years old that I'm a girl, and that's G-U-R-L. Did my first live radio interview 4 or 5 months ago, which is actually up on my profile last night. I'm trying to raise the money to set up a housing centre for domestic violence survivors and LGBT people. So that's enough for now, Ed.
No applause. Can we give Melissa a round of applause?
Thanks, guys.
Amazing, stunning and brave. We love your work. And I just want to pick on the other hot bald guy in the room. He's sexy, he's wearing a grey shirt, and this bald guy is not only sexy and beautiful, he gets money and he's a money coach. And Michael Zahan, how are you doing this evening, my friend?
Yeah, good. Ed, yourself?
Now, besides giving us tips on how to be sexy, can you give us some tips on money and tell us a bit about what you think?
Yeah, I think with money, I think people have said it before, it's about your relationship with money. So a lot of people have got negative beliefs around money. So for me, money is freedom. Money allows me to live my life on purpose. So it's around the mindset you have with money. So if you can change your mindset and understand what money does for you, what it allows you to do, you'll attract more money and you'll live a better life.
Oh, that's beautiful. And Michael, I just got to say you're a great guy. And everyone, round of applause. Make sure you connect with Michael Zahan. We love your work, Michael. Now, I've got one of my wonderful friends I haven't seen in a while. She's an amazing Australian Vietnamese lady. She leads a whole army of brilliant, amazing people. She works out all the time, and she's an absolute social influencer. How are you feeling tonight, Lynn? Can I pick on you right now? Lynn, can you please unmute yourself and give us some tips on how
I thought it was your job to unmute me.
Lynn, give us some tips on how to be more productive and tell us what you do.
Okay, well, I wake up at 4 a.m. and then I go straight to a 30-minute exercise. I do my journaling, I meditate, then I do some work. So I get so much done within the first 2-3 hours of the day. And then I have 2 young kids. I'm studying acting, running a virtual assistant company with over 60 VAs around the world. Oh, sorry, VAs in Philippines, but for clients around. So yes, you can have it all. You can have a good relationship, good health, good family if you just wake up really early and just everything, put everything in the schedule, in a calendar, and then boom, boom, boom.
Oh, Lynn, beautiful. Everyone connect with Lynn Padey. Big round of applause to Lynn. Now, what I want to do is I want to pick a few more people to do elevator pitches. We've got 43 people in tonight. So if you've just come in and I missed you, welcome. Please, if you want to do a 45-second pitch tonight, 45-second pitch, hold up your hand so I can see it or click the hand up icon. We've got Avad and Adrian and Susanna. So Avad, the floor is yours. 30-45 seconds. Go for it, Avad.
Okay, hi, my name is Eileen. I'm the business value coach. I help people to make decisions easier. And what that means is that it helps people to know what's important and what's the values. And it's like having a compass and a true north. And that's what I help people with. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's a pleasure and thank you. And if you can, put in the chat your full name so everyone can connect with you. Round of applause. We got the king. We've got the king. The king is going to tell us a bit about him. We got Adrian King. Adrian King, how you doing, you sexy son of a gun? You, what's happening, man? Oh, Adrian, feel free to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, my handsome friend. Stop being good looking.
I'm muted. Hi. Yeah, just technical challenge there. It's like I locked myself out of my screen. I was on screensaver. I could hear your voice, but nothing. Anyway. So I'm the founder of Brivio, and Brivio is an app that enables people and organizations to create branded and captioned videos for social videos instantly. It's super easy and super fast to use. And we've made this to help people to represent and boost their brands online, to share their vision, to get what they're doing and make it really, really easy, basically. So yeah, love to share that with you guys. I'll pop the links.
Adrian King, we appreciate and thank you. Pardon me if I'm getting my order mixed up. Tina, you're ready to go? 30, 45 seconds.
Hey, good evening, everybody. It's morning here in the UK from Kettering. So in a world that is overfed, we are actually undernourished. And at Isagenix, we focus in on giving you the nourishment that your body needs. I'm specifically looking for gym owners or personal trainers that want to give a nutrition option to their customers and increase their bottom line. So if you know any personal trainers that want to increase their bottom line by offering a nutrition solution, put them in contact with me, Tina Wee.
Oh,
Cheers.
Tina, it's a pleasure, and thank you, Tina. I was going to say Angela Pentadillo. Angela, I notice your hand's up. The floor is yours. 30, 45 seconds, Angela.
Hello from sunny Auckland. I'm just gone into a virtual office, which is in the PwC Centre, which is Servcorp. So I think that's maybe where some of you might be from the location. I work with companies, teams and leaders to build an inclusive culture, uplift productivity and expand international opportunities. I particularly provide career coaching, emerging and mid-career leaders going through change. So background in change and comms, but now I'm passionate about the people side of change. So I support executives to strengthen their management and leadership skills, mindset and practice. And particularly, although I've been mainly in the corporate market, I've been for a long time business mentoring and coaching. So I really like the SME market. It's friendly, it's fun, and it's the future.
Angela, we love your work. Big round of applause. We love New Zealand. And I just want to bounce back to one of our good-looking friends before, my very handsome Italian friend, Carlo. The moment I said handsome Italian, Carlo's like, huh? What? Carlo, I want to ask you a quick question, my friend. What are some of the top words that you've used that has given you the best response in advertising? What are your top 3 favorite power words? What are your personal secrets, Carlo?
It's actually, one of them is actually one that you use for your advertising, your webinars, secrets. Because secrets is one of the best ones because people believe in conspiracy theories. But that opens up a can of worms. So secrets is a good one. Easy, because everybody likes the easy solution, and guaranteed. Guaranteed is very powerful, especially when you're selling a product, because people want that peace of mind.
Got it. So you're saying, Carlo, secret, guaranteed, and what was the other one? Sorry, Carlo, my poor Swiss cheese brain.
There was secrets, guarantee, easy, yeah, because everybody likes a shortcut.
Easy. So my next webinar is going to be Edward's secret, easy, guaranteed, whatever.
Love it. Yeah, just mix them all up. So.
Oh, that's beautiful. And what Carlo's going to bounce me into is Commander Celeste. Celeste, I want to ask you a LinkedIn question, but before I ask that, I noticed there's a beautiful creature behind you. Can you tell us about that beautiful creature over your left shoulder first?
Well, I don't know what's going on, but she makes an appearance in every single Zoom I do. So it's just standard now. She's just my special guest in every recording. So cheers to Lulu.
Oh, it's beautiful. Hey, I just want to follow on from some of Carlo's brilliance there. When it comes to LinkedIn, what are some of your favorite headlines and things you've put in that have really helped you take off on, Celeste? And what tips do you have for our wonderful audience tonight?
Yeah, I think what is really important is that your first 2 sentences is what people see first, and they make a choice, either if it's consciously or subconsciously, whether or not to actually read the rest of your post. So if you don't have something that's high impact, some kind of emotive kind of language, or something with a strong visual kind of punch, you might get your stuff lost in that feed. So I would go for things that, you know, might emote some kind of something that can get people fired up, or, you know, I know, Ed, you've got great examples right now with ScoMo. I don't know why, but everyone seems to be responding to that. Politics is a hot topic, so it's about going into current affairs.
Jump in for a second, for the sake of the audience, ScoMo is an abbreviation for Scott Morrison, who's the Assistant Prime Minister. Yeah, please, sorry, continue, Celeste, please.
Yeah, so just you know, being really current with what your content is, working out what, you know, your audience is interested in. If you're going with things and keep posting the same kind of content and you're not adapting and you're not looking back on what's worked and what hasn't worked, or you're not looking at people who are actually making an impact and looking at what's working for them and adapting yourself accordingly, then that can make your content really stale, and that might be why you're not getting the engagement or reach that you're wanting.
Oh, incredible. Thank you, Celeste. Big round of applause to Celeste. Make sure you connect with Celeste. She's amazing. And also, too, quick intermission as well. I'm going to pick on the beautiful and handsome Adrian Lee in a second. But before I pick on wonderful Adrian Lee, just want to give a few intermission notes. So you'll notice there's on the chat box. Please keep using the chat box and keep putting your details, share your stuff. Please also as well add Awesome Lassie. So make sure you connect with Lassie on LinkedIn as well. Lassie's a Real Connections Hub. Make sure you connect with each other. And of course as well, get ready to pitch as well if you like to. Now what I'm going to do is, before I go to Adrian, I want to pick on Adrian for a bit of health stuff. I want to get a few more elevator pitches from the room. So 30, 45 seconds. If you want to elevator pitch, please click hand up. I've got Tracy, or physically hold your hand up. We've got Tracy, Alice Chu. Who else do we have? Anyone else want to go for it? One more. We got Tracy and Alice Chu. Let's just go Tracy and Alice Chu. Oh, and we got, so another handsome guy. Who was that hot guy? Andre Hoffman. We got Tracy, Alice, and Andre Hoffman. Tracy Kitching, the floor is yours. 30, 45 seconds.
Thanks so much, Ed. My name's Tracy, and I help people fill their nutritional gaps so they can have quality sleep, sustained energy, natural oomph in their day, and they can absolutely rock their meetings and not suffer from brain fog, which happens to a lot of people. So it also helps with increasing immunity, and I do this all through whole food nutrition and some awesome strategies. So I'd love to connect with everyone, and if you're interested in that, please, reach out.
Tracy Kitching, big round of applause to Tracy. Thank you, Tracy Kitching, amazing lady. Alice Chu, and then we'll go to the handsome Andre Hoffman. Alice Chu, the floor is yours.
Hello, my name is Alice. I run Alice Advertising. I help entrepreneurs and coaches who want to make an impact but are struggling to grow their reach. So my services encompass marketing, consulting, content creation, and social media management. So unlike other digital marketing agencies with overpriced packages and no results, we generate leads so you can focus on helping others.
Oh, Alice, that's a top elevator pitch. We gotta give that.
Thank you.
That Alice, she's a hustler, Alice. She's got all the cards under the table. Great job, Alice. And Andre Hoffman, we got more sexy guys on the evening. Andre, the floor is yours.
Thanks for giving me the sexy label. I love that. I'm a mindset coach, and I'm first time here on this networking event. I'm doing timeline therapy for emotional breakthroughs. I started coaching last year, still identifying my niche, which is getting people who are really had enough of their job, too stressful, too upset, just want to get out of it, to hatch an escape plan for them together. And looking for clients for now and enjoying every client that I come and see with free sessions. Thanks very much.
Oh, beautiful. Everyone, round of applause to Andre. Make sure you connect with him. I want to bounce back to our Ryan Reynolds Deadpool friend. He's a great guy. He's a fitness guy. And he has been an absolute leader when it comes to fitness and health during the times of Corona. Adrian Lee, how you doing this evening?
Edward Zia, how you going, my man?
A quick question for you. Do you recommend Nestle or Cadbury?
Yes.
What's your best company and why? Which chocolate's better for you?
What's the Cadbury one?
It's Top Deck. It's like a beautiful
yeah.
milk chocolate with white chocolate on top. As you can see there.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. I'm
Little
more of
slice
a
of
red
lemon
wine
right
man, Ed.
Sorry?
I'm more of a red wine man.
Now, talking about wine and drinking and alcoholism, can you give us some health tips for coming out of Corona? What do you think, Adrian?
Okay, so normally I would give the general advice, which is simplify your nutrition, simplify your fitness, and obviously simplify your thinking. But I wanted to add on to what Zoe Anna was saying with having a vision, a goal, actually taking time for yourself to think about what it is you want for your health and your wellness, if you want to look at it that way. But essentially what I'm going to say is let's focus on the things that actually work and that are proven to work scientifically. So one of them is maybe learning about energy balance. So learning about energy in versus energy out. Also focusing on macronutrients such as like proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, and how they actually make you feel during the day. All right. So more importantly, macronutrients, the way you structure them, which is like carbohydrates and fats. So for example, if pasta makes you feel really tired during the day, then maybe that's a good sign that you maybe need to change that up. So same with fats, like good fats, healthy fats, avocados, olive oil, nuts, and things like that. They're all great, but they're all quite high in density and calories. So just taking the time to learn about real food, right? What it can do for the body. So if you actually like maybe do some research or go through my Healthy Habits Lifestyle Guide, which has got some great tips and info in there. But more importantly, just eat real food. Real food's going to be a lot lower in calories, and it's going to give you the nutrients that you need. So for example, if you're wanting to maybe lose weight or tone up or shape up or however you want to look at it, essentially it's either you lose fat and gain muscle. They're the two things in reality. So you're going to need to be in a calorie deficit, which means you're going to need to know a little bit about nutrients, calories, and exercise. And it's pretty simple once you like get to know and spend the time on it. So that's my tips for the day. And keep it super duper simple. Keep it simple. All right.
Beautiful.
And eat real food.
Beautiful. Round of applause to Adrian. Love your work, Adrian. Now what I want to do is I want to open the floor for some elevator pitches. Elevator pitch, if you either put up your hand so I can see it, or hit the hands up key. Who wants to do a 30, 45 second elevator pitch? Anyone? Nobody. Nobody wants to promote themselves. I've got Jose and we've got Marianne Ferrugia. So let's go Jose, then Marianne Ferrugia. Jose, how you doing this evening, Jose?
I'm doing great, thank you. I am a journalism student. I like journalism. I wake up thinking about journalism. I do breakfast thinking about journalism. I live thinking about journalism, and I sleep having interviews with Donald Trump. So if you want to connect with me, I'm an open connector. Thank you very much.
Oh, beautiful, Jose. We love your work. And of course, don't say Donald Trump around me. You're going to make my heart melt. And so there we go. But enough about me and my love for Donald Trump. I want to talk about Marianne Ferrugia. How you doing this evening, Marianne?
I'm good, Ed. How are you, mate?
Now, Marianne, you're an amazing woman. Tell us a bit about you. Go for it, my friend.
Thanks, mate. So I'm the managing director of a company called Offshore Business Processing. We're a BPO company, which is a business process outsourcing company. We have about 600 staff in the Philippines, and basically we help companies that are looking to grow their business or reduce their costs by using the labour in the Philippines. So yeah, it's been a crazy ride, and ultimately we're looking for 3 wins, which is a win for our clients, a win for our staff, and obviously a win for our business as well. So yeah, if anybody wants to connect with me or want to have a chat, just connect with me on LinkedIn, guys.
Oh, Marianne, it's a pleasure. Big round of applause to Marianne. Now we've got we have my wonderful friend Fernanda, who I've not seen in a long time. And last time I saw Fernanda, she did not have a baby. I don't know if you can talk right now, but If you look at Maria Fernandez, she's got a beautiful baby. Can we all wave to Maria's wonderful baby? Last time I saw you, you did not have a baby. So congratulations, Maria. Big best wishes to you. Obviously, the baby's sleeping, so we won't provoke her too much. So, my friends, what I want to do now is we've reached a great section of the evening. What I want to do is I want to open the floor to people with great ideas. So if you've got a quick, great idea that will improve the world, I'd love to hear it. So I'll tell you where I'm coming from. Today, I was very lucky to interview the CEO of Meetup. I interviewed David Siegel today. I was very lucky to get an interview with this A-lister. He's from Forbes and everything. And we spoke about ideas that change the world. So I just want to spend a quick section here. If you've got an awesome idea that enriches the world, I want you to spend 30 seconds sharing it. So if you've got a great idea that will help improve the world in some way, put up your hand. I'd love to hear it. 30 seconds. Who's got a great idea that will improve the world? We've got Rachel, Andre, and I'm not sure if Ali Hung's paying her volume, but we'll go with Rachel, then Andre. Rachel, what's your idea that's going to improve the world? Floor is yours, Rachel.
One of the first tips I give to anyone is if you have a to-do list, your mind focuses on what you haven't done. And so you feel overwhelmed because you just think, oh my word, there's too much to do. Rename it to an achievement list and your subconscious focuses on everything you have achieved, so you feel motivated to achieve more. So guys, don't have a to-do list, have an achievement list.
Oh, pure gold. Round of applause to Rachel. We go to the sexy Andre Hoffman. What's your tip to improve the world?
My one is a project. It's called Visit Orphans Today. It's a Facebook page that I created years ago. And the whole idea was to start a movement to get people to visit orphanages and give time, attention, and possibly whatever they need. And there's been quite a few orphanages that has been in the project, but I want to make this as a worldwide movement to make a change for those who are not cared for.
Well, pure gold, Andre. I don't know if you can share the link in the chat so we can all support it. Can we give Andre a round of applause? Change the world.
Thank you.
And we got Angela. Angela put up her hand. Angela, what's your half-a-minute idea to change and improve the world? Floor is yours, Angela.
Yes, so it's something I started doing just before lockdown. I'd done it once before, but it was Working Out Loud, which you've probably heard before. But basically, it's a way to improve culture. It's a open source 12-week personal development course. And I've been talking to people in different groups all around the world about transition and self-development and all that. And you get these peer-to-peer networks. It started off in Europe. It's more prevalent in Europe, but it's starting to break into the future of work down here in Australia and New Zealand. They're trying to set up some groups. I'm running one called COVID-19 Recovery because I think if a lot of corporates I've seen, people are disconnected, and this is the way for people to start opening up to each other and making work fun.
Oh, beautiful. Great one from Angela. And one more person who's got a great idea for half a minute that'll change the world. Oh my God, Tracy Kitching is, we'll get in Tracy, and because I'm highly corrupt, we'll squeeze in Zoe Anna too. So Tracy, floor is yours.
Look, the best thing I can ever recommend to help you conquer some sleep, I think, is the biggest issue amongst all professionals, and is Insight Timer app. You've got to get that on your phone, have that as a meditation as you're going to sleep. It's got some great anxiety meditations on there. I don't own the app, so I'm not being paid to say this, but I think it's the best thing that will change the world and increase your vibrations to have a better vibe out there in the world, because you are getting awesome sleep.
Oh, Tracy, beautifully well said. And Zoe Annabelle, what's your half-minute idea to change and improve the world?
Basically, start taking responsibility for yourself. Stop making excuses. Own it. If you're sitting there complaining about things, be the change. If you want to learn how to activate your vibration, I'll give you the way to do it, and then you go and take you as an impact into the world. And that's the greatest thing we can do, is be the impact ourselves and then influence others.
Oh, well said, Zoe Anna. Now, we're up to a different section right now. What I want to do is, if you're a loud person like me, and think I'm loud? Just put up your hand if you think Edwardsy is loud, because he is a loud guy. I'm not speaking to the loud people in the room now. I'm now speaking to the quiet, reserved people in the room. If you're a quiet person, if you're a bit reserved, if you're feeling a bit of fear about speaking publicly, I'm talking to you right now. So if you're a loud person, I invite you just to zip it just for the next half a minute or two. I want to reach out to the quiet people in the room, the ones who have trouble speaking, because you know what? We all love you. We're behind you. Look within your heart. Raise your vibrations. Vibrate more. We are so pro-vibrations. We love vibrating. So what I want you to do is, if you love vibration, you want to win. If you're a quiet person, I want you to speak up. So to the quiet people in the room, put up your hand, speak right now. I want to hear your good vibes and vibrations, because we love vibrations. Oh, Stephen Fry. I see Stephen Fry in the background. So Stephen Fry, I think you've been volunteered. So Stephen Fry, or his wonderful wife, the floor is yours. Tell us something cool. There's Stephen Fry, a great actor, by the way. This guy's sexier than the real Stephen Fry. Tell us, man, what's going on?
Mate, having a great time. So,
I don't know.
Okay.
Go. Let your wife speak. Give your wife the floor.
What do you want me to say?
Tell us why you're awesome in half a minute.
Why are awesome in half a minute? I have no idea. I mean, I'm not really a quiet person. I'd never consider myself a quiet person. I can be pretty loud. So, I think Stephen used to be a quiet person, but he's learning to be loud too, because that's what you do when you hang out with loud people.
Oh, well, very quickly then, what do you do for a living? Real quick, tell us what you do.
I hang out with Stephen, but together we meet someone new every day, and we're nearly at the halfway mark. We've been doing that for 176 days now, meeting someone new every day. You probably see some of it on LinkedIn and on Stephen's Instagram if you follow him. So yeah, and that's pretty awesome. It's been a lot of fun.
Well, thank you for stepping forward. Round of applause. Again, I want to speak to the quiet people in the room. If you're a quiet person, if you're like, oh my God, I'm going to speak in front. If your skin's crawling, if your blood boiling, if you're overcome by panic and anxiety, now's the time to step forward. Look in your heart and think vibrations. We love vibrations. So who wants to speak? A quiet person, the floor is yours. Come on, quiet people. Do it. One quiet person, not a loudmouth like me. Come on, one quiet person. Come on. Come on, one quiet person. Just one. Look within. Oh my God, Eleanor Rivers. Eleanor, you're amazing. Quiet person, the floor is yours. Eleanor, go for it, my friend.
Hello, everyone. I cannot say that I'm a quiet person, but I need to be quiet at the moment because I'm homeschooling my 8-year-old son currently right now in the next room to him, but I'm watching him. And here I am in London. I am CEO of Acumen Capital Partners, and we are doing amazing work for institutional clients, but also for entrepreneurs, introducing them to blockchain and to anything related to the fourth industrial revolution, what is currently coming. And please connect with me on LinkedIn. I will be happy to help to answer any questions about new technologies and how can you advance in a world of post-COVID-19.
Oh,
Here I am.
Thank you for speaking. Round of applause to Eleanor. Now, just to let you know, we've got 11 minutes left. We're going to be finishing at 7 o'clock sharp, just to stick to time because we're all about time here. Now, what I want to do is I just want to ask a different question to the room. I want to ask someone a question in the room, and half a minute to a minute to respond to this. How are you going to maximize this networking experience tonight? I want someone to share how they're going to maximize the networking experience and what are they going to do afterwards from all the people they meet tonight. One person to share how they're going to maximize this experience. Put up your hand. Annette Parker, the floor is yours. How are we going to maximize the networking experience?
Well, I'm going to have a chat with Tracy and get myself some good quality fish oil because she's the lady with the mostest. So talk tomorrow, Tracy.
Oh, beautiful. Looks like Tracy's on a spree tonight. And that actually makes a good point. And Rachel Shiverton actually said this beautifully. Follow up and arrange to get to know you calls. Rachel, you're a very, very smart business networking leader. Rachel, can you tell us for about a minute or so, what do you mean by follow up and organise calls? Tell us what you think, Rachel.
So follow up, yeah, it's great that everyone's putting their LinkedIn connections in the chat, but just pressing invite to connect with me doesn't build relationships. The best way to build relationships is to engage, interact, get to know them, and loads of people here have got a 50-minute Calendly link. Book some time in their calendar. You can use Zoom, you can use WhatsApp, you can use Skype. Just have 15-minute calls about nothing, and that's how you build relationships. It's not about business, it's about knowing the person.
So would you say meet, like, know and trust, Rachel?
I would indeed, yes.
Oh, that's
absolutely. As in, what does that say? Oh no, that's smile, meet, chat, join. That's
close enough. Meet, like, know and trust. Same thing, right, Rachel?
Yeah, absolutely. Meet, like, know and trust is the most important.
Beautiful. Big round of applause to Rachel. In our 9 minutes left, I want to start winding things up. We're now going to enter the closing thoughts. Now, what closing thoughts are is a half a minute. What are some of your ideas that you'd love to give to people moving forward? So what are some of your closing thoughts as we wind down the evening? Now, again, half a minute. And if you haven't spoken, I really encourage you to step forward because you know what? It's about all of us being included and having a voice at the table. So who has some closing thoughts as we start to wind down the evening? Was that, put up your hand if you got some closing thoughts. We got Michael Dahan, the hot Bruce Willis lookalike. The floor is yours.
I just want to share, I think at this time we need to lean in, we need to reach out. So everyone's in isolation still, or parts thereof, but I just can't strongly recommend enough just to lean in, tell your truths, reach out to people and just talk, connect. Thank you.
Oh, pure gold. Big round of applause to Michael Dahan. Great guy. Make sure you connect with Mr. Dahan. Who else has some closing thoughts as we wind down? Celeste Ansell, the floor is yours.
Just like 30 seconds ago, there was a massive thunderclap. It was crazy. It was like a gunshot. But yeah, you missed it because I was muted. But anyway, that's why my eyes were like, ring.
But, wow.
Yeah, it was like, what's happening there? Anyway, what I want to remind people about is self-care and your own mental health, checking in with yourself and your loved ones and people you care about, because this time has gone on for a long time where we've had to adapt. And maybe it's getting to the point where we're almost seeing the finish line or the bright light, depending on where you are, and things are starting to relax. In Australia, we are starting to relax, but there is still that, social distancing that we need to stick to, and there's still some boundaries and everything that we need to stick to, and it does take a tax on your body and your mind. So just tuning in with that, using whatever kind of resources you can, and just trying to stay positive and give yourself a break, be kind to yourself and to others.
Oh, pure gold. Big round of applause to Celeste. Thank you. Now that the handsome guy with the baseball cap is getting some fitness in, Ty, put up his hand. Ty, what are your closing thoughts, my friend?
Hey, mate. Yeah, just going for a quick walk. I'm social distancing though. I was just going to say I've been doing a bit of a show just for fun called Swim or Sink, and we've been there's been some great advice from business owners about cash flow and some things that you can put in place now that we're going through this time in COVID. Things like just payment plans and stuff that you can do to make it easier for small business. So I might include a link there so that, I don't waffle on, but people can go and check that out and get some advice and wisdom, I suppose. Not from me, but from business owners.
Oh, Ty, very generous and absolutely, if you don't mind me saying, Ty, you look a bit like Chris Hemsworth, so keep up the great work. What I also want to say as well is I just realised we haven't done our photos yet. So the one thing I want to say actually is we're going to enter the bit now. We're going to take our photos. What I'd love you to do as well, I forgot to mention, if you can please take photos of tonight, stick it up on Facebook and LinkedIn, say how awesome it was. The more people that see us, the better. Now is the time to take sexy photos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to full screen myself. And just so you know, there's 2 screens to take photos of. So what I want you to do is take your photos now. I'll grab my photos too because I'll be sharing them everywhere. So what I want you to do is do your pose, but hold the pose so I can do a proper screen capture. So everyone, photo 1. Beautiful. Stand by. Please get your photos. All right. Excellent. And I'll just go to second screen. If we can do it again, so I've got 2 screens I've got to work on. Screen 2. Everyone, do your awesome pose. Big smile. Beautiful. And make sure you keep taking photos. Again, put it on LinkedIn, Facebook. Tell everyone you had a great evening. The more people we can reach, the better. And quick one, who wants to hear some secret news that I'm not meant to tell you? I've got some top secrets from Meetup. Who wants to hear some top secrets of Meetup that I learned today? Put up your hand if you want to hear some beans ahead of the curve. Yeah, I got some good news, actually. Just to let you know, later on tonight, I was very lucky to interview David Siegel, the CEO of Meetup, A-lister, great guy. Meetup is bigger now than what it was before COVID, and Meetup is actually doing a huge campaign coming up, and it's going to be really leading the way on a lot of bringing events together. So just to let you know, Meetup is on an absolute warpath, and it's an absolutely great company. So I use Meetup to help manage this experience. So if you're not in Meetup, my advice to you is either get into it or keep an eye for it. Meetup is getting very, very hot right now. And believe me, if you're not in Meetup, now's the time to get in on the platform. Be it you're going to stay online only or you're going to do real-world local events. It's really, really good. So highly recommend it. Now, we are coming towards the end. Again, post your photos. Please as well, our next event, of course, is Thursday, 6 p.m. Sydney time. So make sure you book in nice and early on Meetup and get ready for that one. And just to let you know, technically, it's always the same Zoom link. So our Meetup's always the same Zoom link, but it's good if you can book in on Meetup just so we have the numbers and Meetup does the points. Now, as we come to an end, we've got 3 minutes left. I want to get some more closing thoughts. If you want to give a closing thought, please put up your hand, and we'd absolutely love to hear it. And we've got Adrian King. Closing thought with Adrian. Go for it, Adrian. Tell us what your closing thought is. Please unmute yourself because you sound better when you're unmuted.
Thank you. So I've been doing a lot of social video recently, and one of the things I've been working out and learning is what really works in terms of creating engagement. And what I've noticed is a lot of people do just like talk out, like I'm going to just give you all my stuff and that's it. It's like blah to the universe. And what I'm finding really works, especially in LinkedIn, which is an awesome platform, is to start with something that is like a statement or an idea or a bit of intrigue or something that's an idea. Leave it open-ended, non-conclusive. Do not be conclusive about what you're presenting. Leave it kind of open-ended, and then have a question or two. And that seems to work really well for me. Because the reason why is because you're actually just, you're not trying to lock in sort of like, hey, I know everything. You're just actually having a real conversation with people, just like you would if you're having a chat over a beer or a coffee or something. It's like leave it open-ended and engage and add value, and then be prepared to actually comment on all of the responses.
Adrian, sounds great. Love your work. Big round of applause to Adrian. Before I forget, just 2 people I want to give a shout out to, 2 absentees tonight. The awesome Phoebe Lay sends a regard. She's a high-end Facebook marketer, so make sure you connect with Phoebe Lay. Tell her you heard it here. And also as well, Tim Beanland. He's our favourite podcaster who's not available this evening. He's got tied up. He's doing some secret work with Stefan, which I probably shouldn't have said, but he is, so it's all good. Any more quick closing thoughts before I wind up the evening? Who's got a quick half-a-minute closing thought? Raise your hand and let's hear your closing thoughts before the evening comes to a close. Marianne Ferrugia, I saw you right there. Half a minute to you.
I just want to say to everybody, be brave. You know, the thing that probably holds most of us back from reaching our potential is fear. And I have a Facebook page where I try and motivate a lot of people in the Philippines. And it just started off as this thing where I wanted to inspire people. And now I've got about 550,000 followers in the Philippines. And I just really focus on giving them hope and making them aware that anything's possible. You know, I'm a year 11 dropout. And I've just really worked hard and tried to do everything with integrity. And I just say to them, listen, if I can do it, there's nothing special about me. So don't let fear hold you back from your dreams, because life can be pretty amazing if you take some risks. And, you know, sometimes you fail. I've failed in the past. I'm sure we all have. But you just got to get up, dust yourself off and keep going. And I think that really defines you as a person at the end of the day, is not what happens to you, is how you react when it does happen to you.
Marianne, I think that was so powerful and profound. We're going to use Marianne to close our evening. So big round of applause to Marianne. Now, just quickly, it's 7 o'clock. We have to stop now. So what I'm going to do is I just want to say a big thank you for coming. We appreciate you. Connect with Lassie. Oh, before we go, we've got to give Lassie a big shout out. Lassie is the unsung hero. Can we give a round of applause to awesome Lassie, my wonderful wife and boss? And that, of course, is one of the little piggies, who obviously is very cute. Now, what I do is I just want to say thank you for coming. Thank you to our commanders. Please share this everywhere on Facebook and LinkedIn. I'm going to unmute everyone. Round of applause to close the evening, and thank you and bless your heart.
Bravo, bravo.
Hey guys, great evening.